Hello friends, welcome to today's football prediction of Betkraft. Alright, it's another Saturday, wonderful Saturday morning, and as usual, a lot of games that are going on today, and we know that some of these European leagues are back, and excitingly, we'll have some of those wonderful games for you today. Alright, our games yesterday actually didn't live up to expectation. We had 6, but 4 out of them were correct, but 2 days ago we had 100% success in all the predictions that we made, and today hopefully we're going to repeat that of day for today. 100% success, that's what we expect in our games today. So do not play with this one. It's actually a very very, very carefully looked into games. All right, in a short while we'll be looking at these games one after the other, but I want to ask you, of course, who are really who are yet to subscribe to our channel, to kindly hit the subscribe button down there, so that you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will be all coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, without further ado, let's jump right in. And today we're starting with the Polish league, Polish first division, where we have Pogon Szczecin coming up against Stal Mielec. All right, when you look at how these two teams have fared in recent games, you can see that the home side Pogon have achieved just 3 victories and have had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past recent 6 games that they have so far. And when you look at our which side, on the other hand, Mielec have had just 1 win, 1 draw, as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games that they played at the same time. So when you look, bring it down to how these two teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Pogon have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses. So Pogon, the home side, have won 70% of their home games in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. The away side, on the other hand, Stal Mielec have managed just 2 victories in the past 10 away games, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. That tells you that 60% of the away games that they played, saw them losing out. And also looking at head-to-head, the last time both teams met, which was in May this year, saw them playing out a 0-0 draw. Pogon played from away on that occasion, but this time around, judging by the form of the home side, we do expect the home side rise to the occasion and winning this game outrightly. It is home side to win. That's our party for that very game. And that takes us to the next game for the day. It is in Czech Republic, Czech First Division, where we have Bohemians coming up against Sparta Prague. Okay, Bohemians have been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 6 games that they had. Also, they also achieved 2 draws and 1 loss. And the away side, Sparta Prague have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw in the past 6. So that tells you that it's a very strong side also. And when you look at the recent games for both sides, how these two teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Bohemians, the home side, have been able to manage their 5 victories playing from home. They've also had 3 losses as well as 2 draws in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And the last 3 home games that they played out saw them actually winning all those 3. But their away side, Sparta Prague, a very, very strong side, and they've actually won 8 games in the past 10 away games that they had so far, and they had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 10 away games that they have played so far, and they've actually been very, very dominant on this occasion. And the last time both teams met saw Bohemians and Sparta Prague, playing out a 1-3 score line. Sparta Prague winning on that occasion from away by 3-1. And in this very encounter, we still do expect the away side, Sparta Prague, rising to the occasion, seeing that the Bucks actually won this side from away. That was April this year, and we expect them to repeat the same fate in this very encounter. It is away side to win. That's what about this very game, and that will take us to the next for the day. And the next that we have for you is in Poland, second division, where we have Legnica coming up against LKS Lodz. Okay, the home side, Legnica have been able to achieve 4 victories. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And the away side, Lodz have managed just 1 win, 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past recent games that they had. Bringing down to how these two teams have played from home and away perspective, the home side, Legnica have achieved 7 victories in the past 10 games that they have so far from home, and they've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games that they have so far. So it goes to show that 70% of the home games that they played out, they've won 70 out of those out of 100%. So the away side, on the other hand, lost have managed just one win in the past 10 away games. They also had one draw, but they've lost a whooping 8 games in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. That tells us simply that the away side don't do very well when they're playing from away, and the home side is likely going to be very, very dominant in this very encounter. And the last time both teams met saw Legnica defeating this side. That was in 2022. That was 2 years ago. But this very encounter, judging by the form that form of the home side, we do expect a home side being very, very dominant in this one and winning this tie outrightly. It is home win. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next for today. It is in Japanese second division, Japanese J2 League. We'll have a Shimizu Pulse coming up against Kusatsu. All right, what a long name now there. And then looking at the home side, they have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games that they had on recent times, and then they have also had 2 losses. And away side, have had just 1 win, 1 draw, as well as 4 losses in the past 6 encounters. Bringing it down to how these 2 teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that home side, Shimizu Pulse have managed 9 victories out of those last 10 home games that they played out so far. They've lost just 1 out of those 10 games. And the away side, on the other hand, have managed just 1 win in the past, 2 wins in the past 10 away games, and they've had 3 draws, as well as 5 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And the last time both teams met saw Shimizu Pulse playing from away on that occasion, defeating this side. That was a match DTA by 3-0. So we still do expect Shimizu Pulse, who will be playing at home this time around, to actually pick up the victory and win outright in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very encounter. And that takes us to the next for the day. It is in Belgium. All right, Belgium first division. The league is back. Belgium Pro League. We'll have Westerlo, who will be up against the Union Saint-Galo. All right, Westerlo have won 4 games in past 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And with USG, Union Saint-Galo, on their way side, have had just 3 wins, 2 draws, and also 1 loss in the past recent 6 games that they had so far. Looking at how both teams have fared from home and away perspective, the home side Westerlo have had 3 wins. They've also had 4 draws, and they've also had 5 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. So they've managed 3 wins. They've also had 5 draws as well as 2 losses. All right, and it's actually a draw that is quite prominent in this the record. And the Union Saint-Galo, on the other hand, away side have had 6 victories from away, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past time. Okay, they've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the past time. 10 away games that they played out so far. And looking at head-to-head performances for both sides, how both sides have fared from head-to-head, see that the last time they met was in February this year. Saw Union Saint-Galo playing out a 2-2 draw against Westerlo. Prior to that, we also saw Union Saint-Galo, putting the side from away by 3-1, and also, before that, also Westerlo won with Union Saint-Galo by 4-0. So 4-2. It goes to show that all right, when you look at the entire head-to-head meetings for both sides, you see that it is a lot of goals appearing in each of these meetings. All right, you see that 10 times out of 8 times out of 10 head-to-head meetings for both sides have actually produced both sides scoring goals, and even 8 times again out of 10 have seen them also having a scoreline that is actually over 2.5. So in this very encounter, it is both sides scoring. That is our verdict. We expect to see Westerlo scoring and also Union Saint-Galo scoring in this very tie. It is go. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game, which happened to be the last for the day, and it is in Sweden, first division, where we have Halmstad, who will be up against Malmo FF. All right, Halmstad have achieved 1 victory, 1 draw, as well as 4 losses in the past recent 6 games that they had. And Malmo, on the other hand, have won 2 games, lost 3, and they've also had 1 draw in the past 6 encounters. When you take a look at how the 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Halmstad, the home side, have actually won 5 games in the past in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses in the past 10 home games that they had. And the away side, Malmo FC, playing from away, have actually managed to achieve 5 victories from away. They've also had they've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses playing from away. But coming to Sweden, we all know that Malmo is a very strong side in the league, and we know that they've been doing very well. And looking at how they fared from head-to-head perspective, you can see that it is Malmo who has been quite dominant of these head-to-head meetings for both sides, seeing that there's never been a time Halmstad won against Malmo in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, and while Malmo have actually enjoyed winning on 7 occasions out of 10, and the other 3 being a draw. And the last time they met saw them playing a 5-1 win against Halmstad, and prior to that also Malmo defeating this side by 4-0. And before that again, Malmo also won by 3-0. It has always been, in fact, the last 4 head-to-head meetings have always seen Malmo defeating this side. So we do expect the away side, Malmo, who has been doing very well, especially when they're playing with this side, to actually pick up victory in this one. It is away win. That's our verdict for this very game, and that brings our predictions for you today to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck, hoping that your ticket goes green once again. And also remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game, anything can happen. All right, tomorrow is another day, and we'll come up with our games on Sunday. And also remember, Sunday we'll be having a Sunday Millionaires game. We'll be trying out longer tickets that can lead accrue to $1 million. All right, we'll try that once in a week. All right, do not miss out on tomorrow's predictions. But I wish you the best of luck, and I said keep winning.